everyone, Grayson here from Wildwoods Honey Farms, and this evening I'm going to be sharing with you something that I've been wanting to share with you for a long time, and that is how I make splits and a few things I like about this method in particular for splitting your beehives and making your apiary bigger by using what you have, using your own hives that you have instead of going out somewhere else and buying queens or even buying nukes from somebody else to expand your bee yard. This method is a great, unique, simple, easy method for growing your apiary fast, quick, and simple. Well, let's discover it together, shall we? There are many various methods for splitting your bees and making freebies. This is a method that I find intriguing. It's very simple, very easy to do. It doesn't take too much time, but at the same time, you do have to give your spare time to come out to the bee yard and do this little method to do a few things. To prevent swarming, to make more bees, because there's a lot of beekeepers that go out and buy nukes that have like 5 frames of bees, they have brood, they have racehorses, and I think that is a great way to, expand your bee yard. You're spending like $300, $200 on a nuke, and come out to your own apiary, make freebies, and to the point where you can sell nukes instead of buying nukes, to the point where you make money out of selling your nukes out of your stock that you know is very good for your certain area. Sell your nukes to other beekeepers in your local area, make money that way instead of spending your money to buy 5 frame nukes where you don't need to. You have hives at your own apiary or your home even, to the point where you can provide, maybe even from 2 hives, you can make 5 splits out of that and go up to 7 or 10. It is unbelievable easy to do that. You probably hear beekeepers go from 8 hives to 80 hives. It's insane how fast that process works. And today I'm going to share you a simple and accurate method for doing so and making a lot of freebies in that stage process. The only equipment and things you're going to need for this method is you're going to need either a single deep or a double deep. This does not work if you overwinter 5 frame nukes. You have to at least have a 10 frame box to make this work. Next thing you're going to need is a 5 frame nuke like this one here, so you can put your frames that you take from this hive into this hive. So first, let's take an examination at our 10 frame hive. So most likely in your 10 frame equipment, you're going to have 10 frames, but they do make 8 frames. So either way, it will work. If you have a double deep, same goes for that. You just have more bees to provide you more splits. So what I really like to do is I don't put the queen in this 5 frame nuke. A lot of beekeepers will take 4 frames or even 3 frames of brood with the queen and put them in there, let them grow, and let this old hive make the queens. But that's not how I like to do it. And I've found some success with doing it the way I'm doing, because I have a hive out there that's making a lot of queen cells in the 5 frame nuke. It has about 4 frames of brood. They're hatching, they're big, I'm feeding them, and they're making their own queen cells to the point where, that's pretty good. You don't have to take your queen and put them in here and make these do all that process. You can just easily make splits after one, not worrying about finding the queen. Of course, if you're going to do the method exactly like me, you do want to make sure you don't accidentally put the queen in here instead of in here. You don't want to get mixed up, and once you come back in here, you find a queen, and you're like, oh, I already haven't made a queen. That gets you confused to the point where you don't know what's going on. So I highly suggest to make sure the queen stays in the 10 frame box if that's what you're going to do for your splitting strategy. So generally what I really like to do is I like to go for the middle. That's where all the brood's going to be. But like I said, watch out for the queen. It's most likely the queen will be on this frame right here. And also, if you're curious, what box am I using? I'm using the Vevor beehive that I reviewed in a recent video of mine. If you have not saw that video yet, I'll leave a link in the description below, or I'll leave a little card up here. Y'all go watch it, check it out, and give me a thumbs up on that video. And hey, before you get into more of the good knowledge that's going to be given to you in this video, please consider to give me a thumbs up. That helps me a lot and provide you a lot of educational content. And it helps me on the YouTube channel know that you enjoy the videos. and y'all like the videos, and y'all find some kind of great info out of these beekeeping videos that I provide you at least every 2 days, maybe 4 days. Like I was saying, make sure you don't take the queen out of here. So I like to go for the middle, like I was saying. I'll take 3 of these frames in the middle. With brood, I generally like to take 2 frames of brood, solid cat brood, and put them in here. Got your 2 frames of brood right here. Put them right here. And then right in the middle of that, take a frame of young eggs and young larvae so they can start raising queens out of that. You got 3 frames of brood and larvae at your disposal right here. So this right here, you could just put 2 frames of foundation like this, but if you want to, put 2 other frames in here like honey, pollen, also some royal jelly, so then they'll have all that strength from them to raise solid good queens, because queens need some real good nutrition out of royal jelly, because in that stage, this is a worker larvae. So let's say there's a lot of larvae in here. So there's a lot of worker larvae. What they'll do is they'll pick certain young larvae that's perfect for raising their own queens. They'll feed that worker larvae or egg royal jelly instead of bee bread or bee milk. So that turns that larvae into a queen larvae. And therefore, it's going to be a queen, not a worker bee. So then once you set your little thing over here, where you have it, if you don't include these 2 frames, you can put them back. So either way or another, you're going to have about 7 frames still in here. If you take 3 frames out, you got 7 more. I'd say you have about 4 more frames of brood. You got these in the middle. You do have to provide some kind of like drawn foundation. If you do only open, like without this foundation, they are going to start drawing it like crazy and get it messy, and then to a point where you have to go in there and make a mess of things. And that's not really fun. Trust me, I've been there. It's no fun to go in there and clean up and get them mad, and it's just no fun. So please make sure you use drawn foundation. Another strategy I like to use is if you're going to use open frames that have no foundation, mismatch it. So 1 frame of foundation here, 1 frame with no foundation right here. You make it so much more simple. It makes it to a point where the bees don't have no choice but to draw it the way you want them to. So then you won't have all that wacky comb going sideways, horizontal, backwards, upside down, or whatever. You never know what bees will do. They'll do whatever you want to do, right? That's what we say. Bees are bees. You can't really do much about what they're going to do, but you can prevent it with some simple tricks and hacks to do so. So that's about it. That's all you really got to do. I do like to feed 1-gallon buckets on your split that you do, just because it helps ensure that your bees have a good nutrition, have a lot of sugar syrup, and that gets them to draw more foundation. So say if you just want to put some foundation on the end of your split, that will get them to start drawing it out. In the meantime, as it'll take 16 days to hatch that queen will hatch. You gotta wait 2 weeks, then your queen should be good and mated. Well folks, that's all for this video. If y'all enjoyed, give me a thumbs up. And while you are here, if you're new, please click the subscribe button. That helps me a lot. That helps me provide you with educational content that will help you for your beekeeping journey. Well guys, thanks for watching, and hey, before you stop watching my channel, make sure to go check out this video here. It's a great video, good knowledge. It's about the Vevor beehive. They sent me 1 deep, so I did a review on that. It was pretty fun. Y'all go check it out. We'll catch you on the next video. Take care everybody.